He is the challenger, el retador de Santo Domingo, República Dominicana, Felix Diaz Jr., the reigning, defending, undefeated, the fighting pride of Omaha, Nebraska, Diaz Grawford.
Protect yourselves at all times. Right now, over here, we're going to call everything under the letters. Tap it up, let's go.
That reminds you of Terrence Crawford at everything. He doesn't want to lose at everything, and he turns everything into a competition.
And you see he starts out southpaw already because he's fighting a southpaw, so you knew he'd want to come out and show the southpaw.
But he has started out in the southpaw stance where he has seemed to be most effective over the course of the last 8, 10, 12 fights. We've been covering him here on HBO.
As you see already tonight that he's utilizing a jab because he's fighting a shorter opponent. So he turns southpaw right away and is utilizing that beautiful jab to keep the opponent at bay.
His competitiveness, Crawford's competitiveness, can come out in the ring as...
Terrence Crawford fought 25 rounds in 2016 against 3 different opponents, Hank Lundy, Victor Postol, John Molina. He might have won all 25 of the rounds.
In order to have any possibilities of landing anything big, he's not going to beat Terrence Crawford from the outside. And Terrence Crawford is doing a good thing of letting him know that by keeping that jab on him and making him stay at a distance.
Tripled the number of landed punches for Diaz in the round. Reminiscent of the night that we saw Gennady Golovkin come in and throw 52 jabs in the first round against David Lemieux. But this is putting an emphasis where the emphasis belongs.
That's exactly right, and that's guys who know how to make those adjustments right on the fly. They know who.
Steve Willis rules no knockdown, saying that Diaz was tripped as he went down. It was interesting to see Diaz land that left hand because Crawford has become such a tremendously effective offensive fighter.
Crawford is one of those guys who studies his opponent. He'll have success early, but his opponent can sometimes also have some success early as Crawford's figuring him out, and then as the rounds pass, exploits them.
Notice that he tied Diaz up and carefully managed him along the ropes there, rather than to get into a situation where Diaz could hammer his body.
Yeah, why would you do that with a guy that's shorter than you? You know, his punching power is close at close quarters, so you...
Goes back to working the jab. He's already thrown 73 of them in the first couple of rounds. When Crawford is in the far right corner, as you look at the ring in this angle, the far right corner over by the ring post, when he's in that area, he's working right in front of his mother, who is sitting in. Diaz showing his rambunctiousness in round.
Crawford land a beautiful straight left hand over the top of Diaz's jab, right on the chin. Then he leads with his right hook off of Crawford's jab. And there's a beautiful right hook.
To see Tracy sitting very close to Jerry Cooney on that side of the ring tonight.
Crawford very much the kind of fighter with a mentality where when Diaz has a little success, you continue wing exchanges and a higher rate of more kind of intense exchanges as the fight progresses.
Against Crawford.
Against Crawford.
Yeah, but you don't often see Crawford in the left-hand stance right away with guys because he usually starts out as an orthodox fighter. Then he turns southpaw, so they can't hit him with that lead right hook because he usually waits, feels him out, then he turns around.
Diaz got in another quick right hook.
Oh, good shot by
Hard right hand by Crawford.
Wow. Crawford's already made the adjustment where he's timing Diaz's right hook and tested for a junior welterweight belt.
Honestly,
helps to make boxing one of the most confusing sports imaginable.
Honestly, Diaz is a super middleweight. He's 161. He's over the middleweight limit.
Yep.
Uppercuts with both hands by Crawford. There's another one. Just missing over the top with the left hand. Another right hand uppercut.
Counter with a straight left, followed by a beautiful right hook. And because he's so tall,
right eye of Felix Diaz. As we arrive at round number 5, and Terrence Crawford is gradually amping up the accuracy and throwing harder shots.
See what the referee has to say.
When you hold him like that, that's going to happen. You know what I mean? When you hold him like that, it's going to happen. All right? Look.
Okay, Felix Diaz is standing in the middle of the ring. He's got to start working. He can't stand there like this and let Crawford jab him to death with the right jab and then whack him with a hard, straight left hand. I mean, Crawford's moving nicely, landed all the good shots. It sort of reminds me of the Molina fight again.
As the trainer of Timothy Bradley, operates out of the desert in California, out near Indio. And Joel, along with his brother Antonio Diaz.
The jab, and that's what Terrence Crawford is doing, which is enabling Crawford to keep control of the fight.
Well, that's good defense by Crawford on the inside, Roy, slipping those shots.
That jab is keeping Diaz fighting behind Crawford, though. If you notice, everything that Diaz does is after Crawford does something like that.
Yeah. Not really landing much once they're inside.
But he's paying a price to get inside. And that's what's killing, like that right there. That's what's really hurting Diaz the most.
Work your way out. Good.
Get inside his arms to have a chance to really do damage in the fight. As long as Crawford can stand back here at arm's length, he's simply too good, too quick, too skilled for Felix Diaz.
Just leans back and throws a beautiful left uppercut.
As he times him coming in, and the sweat flies from Crawford. Crawford's actually usually riding some of that shot back, and Diaz doesn't have his weight behind it. Crawford lands some vicious short shots on the inside.
During the between rounds period coming off of round 4.
Good right hand jab followed by, counter over the top of Diaz's jab by Crawford. They don't really want to work with a second trainer, so it's kind of difficult for that to happen.
Both Esau Dieguez and Brian McIntyre, Crawford's trainers, are relatively ego-free.
And this is why you have to have a jab as a little man. If he were jabbing, it would at least force Crawford to try to keep his hands a little bit. But because he doesn't jab, I know a lot of guys may not know this name, but one of the best short jabbers ever was a guy by the name of Dwight Muhammad Qawi. He's just the best short jabber in the history of the game to me.
Dwight Muhammad Qawi, who was among that group of light heavyweights who provided tremendous excitement.
The last great 15-round fight.
And I mean a great 15-round fight.
July 12th, 1986.
That's when you realize that Evander Holyfield truly was the real deal.
But when you watch Crawford, the reason a lot of these, and by increasingly wide margins,
very impressive knockout.
And by the way, we've just been told that Jonathan Maicello has been checked into the emergency room, the trauma center at Bellevue Hospital. Crawford slips a punch and fires back 4 in return.
Well, he's looking so comfortable right now, Jim. He's having everything his way, doing anything he wants to do, landing good.
In round 6, it's target practice. He's selecting his punches as though looking at the menu and ordering a la carte. He's utterly relaxed while he does it.
Might be a good idea for him to concentrate down there for a couple rounds, see if he can't get Diaz out of here. Kerr was another one of these all-time great lightweights. Had mean streaks in the ring. Won a knockout puncher in Duran. Obviously, Pernell Whitaker wasn't, but was just as mean. Liked beating the other guy up. Roy, you say that
Sugar Ray Leonard was like me and Muhammad Ali. We didn't have, well, Sugar Ray was kind of mean, though, but only when we needed it.
When you needed it. Yeah. He's mean all the time out there,
that's the
Crawford.
That's the difference.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
But only when he needed it.
Ask Dave Green. Dave Boy Green with that left hook.
Yep.
Ask Donnie Lalonde, who let his head come up too high and got hit right in the throat.
Oh, good.
Before the fight, that Felix Diaz gave that more or less standard answer that he would be in jail or dead if he had not become a fighter, because his town in Dominican Republic is beset with serious social problems, and many people there have asked him to run for political office.
You know, Jim, his fast hands are just murdering Diaz. It's amazing. The guy is so quick. Got that, I'm talking about Terrence Crawford, got that hard right jab, that fast left hand, that incredible uppercut. Look at that.
Best punch in several rounds.
Crawford
might have gotten a little too casual here. Diaz has come alive in round number 7.
Will he try to prove to Diaz that that shot did nothing to him and open himself up for more shots?
He just did by landing a good left uppercut to show Diaz that he's not as hurt as bad as it looks like he is.
And Crawford with another sizzling right hook.
A sizzling body shot. That's what caused the problem.
Oh, those body shots from Crawford just then.
Right when you think you got him hurt, he attacks you with bigger punches.
Diaz will pay a price for having scored as well as he has here in round number 7.
Well, he's paid the price. Now the question is, can he make Crawford pay an even bigger one to get him in a fight like this? He's not going to just let you take the play away.
No, he's not. Not at all. And he's smart because he remembers to go to the body. Right when you get him, when you think you got him hurt, he remembers to go. Crawford tried that left hand, right jab again. He countered with a beautiful overhand left.
63, his largest number thrown in the fight. Crawford was 18 out of 46. That was a heck of a round for both fighters.
Well, you saw that stare down at the end of the round. That was a world champion. That's when you get that special kind of action.
Now that you see the fight has changed, Terrence Crawford is now the stalker. He's the taller guy who should be outside just boxing, and the short guy, Diaz, should be doing the stalking. But now Crawford is stalking because it's championship time to him. And plus the fact that he got caught with a big punch last round.
While they continue to fight here in round number 8, we'll once again update the Jonathan Maciello situation. We have been told by people who are in the emergency room at Bellevue and can see what's going on that Maciello is conscious.
And the difference in this fight, as is usually the case when you have a fighter on Crawford's level versus a level below, is Crawford's able to land combinations precisely upstairs in the middle of the ring.
Much more than some other referees appear to be.
Yes, but that's all based on a foundation where he makes good judgments. You know, he shows his discretion.
Oh, that hurt him. That hurt Diaz bad.
Yep.
Good body shot by Crawford.
One or two more of those to the body, Roy. I think he's more hurt by that left hand to the body.
He is, Max. He wants to go down for that body shot. Oh, good hook by Diaz.
Hopkins, Roy Jones.
And he'd be one step closer with landing beautiful uppercuts just like that.
Because Crawford and his promoters are looking at the possibility of fighting Ndongo and trying to acquire the other 2 belts in the 140-pound weight class. And Max Kellerman, it happens so rarely in boxing, it would be another feather in Crawford's cap.
I would say you think about boxing with the belts the way you would think about college football before the national championship game over the last several years, which is to say that
such an enormously attractive fight and important for the sport is that Canelo still holds what is called the lineal middleweight championship, while Triple G has 3 belts.
Looks like it could be coming to a close before too long, the way Crawford's dishing out this punishment. Martinez beat Pavlik, who beat Jermaine Taylor, who you mentioned, beat Bernard Hopkins, who'd beaten everybody.
Shots that he lands to try to bring this to the close.
Yeah, because Diaz is 161 pounds. He's still dangerous and he's very heavy. So Crawford is very smart. You can't just run in there on him any kind of way. A dangerous animal is a wounded animal is a very dangerous animal. So,
of spectator appeal. He will protect fighters from unnecessary damage.
And right now they managed to protect Diaz from himself, because he's taking a pretty bad thrashing here.
10 seconds to go in round 9. It's been a really rough one for Felix Diaz.
See what Diaz's corner has to say in between rounds.
Crawford landed a beautiful overhand left at the beginning of the round. That took all.
But so unlikely that it's probably not worth the risk here.
And when you see him come out moving backwards like that, it lets you know that he doesn't really think he can do anything miraculous.
The doctors made a decision that he can see, so therefore he can go back into the ring. But Harold Letterman, he's got no chance to win.
No, Jim. 9-0, 90-81, Terrence Crawford. And in the 9th round, I'm telling you, the guy wanted to quit the entire 3 minutes.
He studies his opponent, figures out exactly how to beat him up, and after a couple rounds, just starts to beat the hell out of him. And that's what happened here tonight.
If he had more devastating one-punch power, that would be more merciful. He beats fighters up, breaks them down, ruins their careers.
He got one-punch power. This guy's 161. That's why he's taking it.
He's now humiliating Diaz.
And Steve Willis basically says to Crawford, look, you don't need to humiliate him like that. Fight straight up.
still going to be a great puncher because he punches with proper technique. Terrence Crawford is one of those guys that has the proper technique from the left side and the right side.
And so the additional weight.
He's 157 tonight.
The additional weight means his physical strength comes out and increase, with a good technique.
Felix Diaz has landed only 4 punches in this round. It was pointless to send him back out here.
Felix Diaz is a one-game fighter, though. He's not quitting.
They're not going to let him out for the next.
And there's the stern look on the face of the Diaz family.
Yeah.
As they stand at ringside, and now Joel Diaz waving the white towel, and we're done. With each passing fight, and this is the end.
Yeah, that was a good shot to the throat, followed by a beautiful right hook, followed by another left.
And the winner by TKO victory, Terrence Crawford.